If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to Late Night Radio on the SHR Media Network. Caution, there will be mature themes explored and potentially adult language used. If conservatarian words, phrases, certain concepts, or rhetoric offends you, tune out now.
Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. The only way they can inherit the freedom we have known is if we fight for it, protect it, defend it, and then hand it to them with the well-taught lessons of how they in their lifetime must do the same. And if you and I don't do this, then you and I may well spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it once was like in America when men were free.
I have come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to, no, it's not Christmas Eve, it's New Year's Eve. What? So, welcome to BZs Berserk, Bobcat, Saloon radio show, live and direct on the SHR Media Network, where I am broadcasting in an actual free state. I am your conservative Sherpa. I am guiding you through the maelstrom of Democrat, leftist, and globalist lies, chaos, deceit, and betrayal. What you're about to watch and hear tonight consists of my opinion and those of my guests only. And I've got some great guests tonight. I have got the entire horde of guest hosts on SHR Media, your favorite hosts on the planet, comma, he emphasized, with emphasis. So what am I doing? I am doing the job that the American media maggots won't. I'm fundamentally changing America one leftist red diaper doper baby diaper at a time. And I want to tell you that we don't water our drinks. Just like we don't water our conversations, we are still serving stiff drinks in the saloon along with facts, history, logic, rationality, proportion, context, tradition, and common sense for real, actual Americans like you and me. Politics, religion, crime, culture, race, sex, economics, science, law. We talk about it all right here in the saloon where the speech is free, but of course the booze. The running, flowing water of life. The spice must flow. My crappiest William Shatner. Not doing really well. Anyway, the speech is free, but the booze isn't. And I hope you're having some booze tonight, because we kind of have to winkle around some times and whatnot, because I'm looking at the clocks. I've got clocks up here for all the various time zones, and it's like about 8:04 Pacific. It's about 10:04 Central. It's 11:04 Eastern, and there's at least one gentleman here who is all the way over on Eastern, and another gentleman who is in Central, and another gentleman who's with me that's on Pacific. So at right around, it's going to be 9 p.m. my time, which means with Jersey Joe, who's way over on the East Coast, that means that we will herald in the new year first with Jersey Joe. And Jack Alexander sent me a message today, and he wished me a happy new year about 8 hours ago, because Australia, as everyone knows, is way screwed up. So I'd like to welcome everybody. Here's Sean. Welcome, Sean. Good to see you. Here is Earl. Welcome to Earl. And here is Jersey Joe. So everyone, welcome. It's great to see you all here, all of you, all three of you, with darkness in the upper right-hand corner, but that's okay, because the rest of us can carry on a great show, as you would expect us to. So anyway, I'm thinking that because of the difference right around 9 o'clock, because Jersey Joe will that'll be in about little less than an hour, and we'll be ringing in the new year with Jersey Joe first, and we'll also be able to hear, I'm sure, all the gunshots, all the fireworks, all the stuff that's going on in all of our time zones. So anyway, welcome to everybody. If you're watching live, thank you ever so kindly. That is Sackhead Sean right there. These are all the people that are the finest hosts on SHR. Wait, that way. Sackhead Sean, and Jersey Joe, and Big E, Earl. And so thanks, everybody, for Sackhead Sean having a drink as well. You should, because...
Okay, good. I thought there was judgment there for a second.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were judging me for a second. I figured. See? Okay, good.
Well, what do we have here?
I feel super left out. But
I know Sean has bourbon, right?
Yeah, Woodford Double Oaked.
Earl?
Rare breed.
Ooh, good one.
Ooh.
And rum.
Just straight up rum, Joe?
A little ginger ale in it. I was drinking this straight up earlier, and I poured a little ginger ale just
Well, we like the fact that you got fancy for us.
Yes. I even got a round Cuban. Wait a minute. Wait. I really got fancy for tonight.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. See? Now,
wow.
Joe showed me that.
I feel underdressed now.
Yeah, me too. I have a shirt, but it doesn't have lapels.
I have a collared shirt,
but it has a logo on it. It says BZs Saloon on it. Shirt. Like a baseball shirt kind of thing. Hey, I don't know if you guys are feeling if you're feeling the singing mood or not, but here's a song to start.
Ratings crash. No one's listening. And now Mark Cuban looks like he's transitioning. We beat the fake news. We win and they lose. Walking in a MAGA wonderland.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Got away is Kamala and almost $2 billion.
Oh, this guy.
And Rosie is sad. Rob Reiner's gone mad. Walking in a MAGA wonderland. We'll build a wall and we'll shut down the border and start the deportations on day one. Our country will get back to law and order and send all those bad hombres on the run.
Yeah.
Later on, we'll all admire when I tell Joe and Kamala you're fired. Through all the attacks, a country so back, walking in a MAGA wonderland.
Beautiful.
But don't think
I love
that's
it.
Crash.
Oh, stop. Don't think that that's all I have, though. Would it surprise anybody to think that I have? Oh, now this is some shit you can dance to, okay?
I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm mad. I'm upset. My feelings are hard. My feelings are hard. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm mad. I'm upset. My feelings are hard. My feelings are hard.
Wow.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you.
Wow.
This is not okay. This is not okay.
I
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They're going to put Slayer out of business.
seriously.
Calm down right now. I'm mad. I'm upset. I dare you to tell me to calm down right now.
Calm down.
I'm mad. I'm upset.
Say what again?
Just give up. There's so much heat in this country. Misinformation from Elon. We've got to fight back.
You don't want to freak out. We don't want to freak out. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm mad. I'm upset. My feelings are hard. My feelings are hard. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm mad. I'm upset. My feelings are hard. My feelings are hard.
Wow.
America, how can you do this to us again? What the fuck? What the fuck? What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy? What has happened to freedom?
Hey, I forgot to put this up at the beginning of the show, folks.
Good timing.
Just wanted to let you know that this will happen. So let's continue.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter.
I'm mad. I'm upset.
You will never put out my love. Never.
You really hate me that bad.
I genuinely hope an asteroid hits the United States of America. I have given up on humanity in this country. I'm just kidding. I'm done. I genuinely hope an asteroid hits the United States of America. I have given up on humanity in this country. I'm just kidding. I'm done.
I'm upset.
I'm just kidding. I'm done.
Oh, no.
My question.
Wow.
The one guy going on about Elon with misinformation. Do they even know what the definition of misinformation is?
No,
Oh,
they
I
don't
think
care.
misinformation
probably
is disinformation.
They don't care.
No.
Oh, my
Joey, you know
God.
that. They don't care. They never
I
care.
know, and I was being rhetorical somewhat, but for those that don't know, misinformation is giving out the wrong information by accident.
Mhm.
Disinformation is putting out the information you know is wrong and still putting it out.
Mhm.
Misinformation happens. It's not on purpose. It happens.
But they make them interchangeable on purpose.
Yes, and
It's the same way that they use the word democracy versus republic. They intentionally say the wrong thing to get people comfortable with the idea that we're a pure democracy versus a constitutional republic. They've been doing that for a long time, and it is 100% intentional that they use that word.
Oh yeah, they've been messing with the language for decades. It's the way they move the Overton window. They take the language, they redefine words, they do all of that in an effort to
soften the words.
overthrow. Yeah.
illegal aliens to undocumented. What is it now? Americans
Migrants.
invading, in that last CR bill that got shot down, they were redefining juvenile detention to like underage persons in a facility for correcting of, I forget how it went, but they're trying to soften
incarcerated people. Incarcerated.
Well, justice involved persons. That was a great one.
Justice involved persons. I love it. I love it.
Well, basically, all of us here were justice involved persons, weren't we?
Exactly.
I want to know. I want to be in the brain room when they're all sitting around and they come up with an idea like this and they start whacking each other off over what a great idea it is, and like have the cake brought in, and they think stuff like they're like, justice involved person, we fucking nailed it, we saved everything over that. It's amazing. And you know really that is. Because look at the video BZ just played. We know they're that excitable. We know that's how they act when they don't know any better. They can't control their emotions. Why? Because they were always told to act on all emotions. It's okay. Just act it out. Right? So I'm not wrong. You can't. It's greater than 0% what I said when they come up with a new term like this happens.
How many millions of dollars are spent on these think tanks for people to sit around a table, jerking each other off, coming up with these ideas? And that's what they do. It's I know I'm making fun of it, but they actually pay people to do a think tank to go, okay, well, let's poll this term and see how people like it compared to this one and this one. And when you put it out in the masses, the people are going, we're not that fucking stupid.
Yeah, but Joey, you're not making fun of it. You're calling it out exactly what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, we mock it slightly, but the reality of the situation is you're right. There's millions of taxpayer dollars that get put into those think tanks through grants and all the other stuff. I mean, you look at how much pork they try to jam through in that CR bill for like environmental studies and yada, yada, yada. And, you know, lesbian interpretive dance, underwater basket weaving, blind mole recovery act for blind moles. Like
the BMRA. I'm a big fan of the BMRA.
The BMRA. Well, the poor little buggers, it's bad enough they're underground and they can't see.
Yeah, well, what about the termites eating, choking on splinters? You know, we got to do a study on that.
Yeah. And the problem you have there is A, teaching other termites the Heimlich maneuver.
Yes, that's
B, getting the splinter to come back up.
Yep. Now,
very difficult
moments. A lot of
moments.
people don't know is in the 80s, though, there was a think tank commissioned on how to do away with guns.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And the result was one major thing. You can't do it in one sweep.
Yeah,
I have to give them credit. This think tank actually did a great job because they went, you can't just ban guns. It will never work in the country.
Right.
You got to do regulations slowly.
So we get back to Cass Sunstein and Nudge.
Nudge, baby.
To the point where you go, oh, do I want to go through all that paperwork? No, it's not worth all that paperwork to get a gun. Hell with it.
For those who don't know, Cass Sunstein, who is an Obamaite, wrote a book called Nudge.
If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
He's a huge socialist leftist, borderline communist. I mean, I'm sure his deeper thoughts are, but what he publicly states. And Nudge essentially is the book that he wrote on how to get the masses to slowly change to do your bidding through a series of limited choices under the guise of freedom. And you keep making these small, tiny changes, and you just chip away a little more freedom more and more until it's fully gone. And he wrote that book.
I don't know who said it, but that expression, those who give up freedom for safety deserve neither. That's spot on for that.
Yeah. Franklin said it.
Hey, I gotta tell everybody about this. Okay, so we have a private chat between all of us here. Okay, and in the private chat, Sean jumped in and said, "Hey," Jersey Joe said, "Hey, it's about time." Big E said, "You took long enough." And Sean's response to all of that was, "A wizard is never late or early. He arrives exactly when he means to. Damn it." I like that.
Well played,
by
sir.
the way, in YouTube, thanks.
I just think it's amazing
watching.
that I was late and Earl wasn't, but that's a different conversation. Go ahead.
Thanks for to the Phantom for watching tonight in a Phantom-like fashion. Greenhorn Trucker and the Phantom and the Phantom and the Phantom. And you, by the way, folks, you can jump in too. All you have to do is go to, well, let's see. First, I want you to subscribe. We need you to subscribe to the SHR Media YouTube channel, damn it. Give us a thumbs up, follow us on X, etc. And of course, share the show all over the place if you would be so kind as to do that as well. And there's one additional thing that I would like to point out. There's nothing funnier than some guy stuck on a fence.
Il a failli se niquer, mais je crois qu'il va se niquer le ski.
Is it bad? I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for him to like put his head into that.
Oh yeah, yeah. He'll end up.
Il est bloqué.
There's a couple of people in the car watching him.
Dude, this is amazing. This makes me feel athletic.
So this guy burgles 3 cars, and there's a couple of people. There we go.
Wow.
That's it.
Right there. Suspect hanging upside down by his pants.
That's all I was waiting for, is the pants to come off.
he's better off than the guy that was he was in I was at a street survival seminar by Caliber Press back in the day, and there was a picture of this sack hanging off one of those spiked fences, and it belonged to a guy who tried to get away from the cops and jump the fence. And I guessed what it was, and a couple of us guessed what it was, but to hear the whole auditorium in the seminar react when they were told, wow.
Well, it's funny you should mention body parts, because in terms of body parts, this is great.
Oh yeah, this is.
Ah, maman! Ah! Ah, c'est super mal!
What do you want to bet that guy plays soccer?
100%, brother.
Oh God, that was perfect. Oh, Earl, damn it, mister, that was grand. Anyway, thanks for being here tonight. I greatly appreciate it. We are all getting lubricated in some fashion. There's a ton watching. I'm just looking at YouTube. We've got a lot of comments. I'm looking at, I don't have any chat yet in Rumble. So if you go to rumble.com and click on live chat, you can be there. I am your conservative Sherpa. I am BZ. And tonight we have also Sean Lewis from the Edge of Liberty. We have Jersey Joe, who is the Reaver of Common Sense. And we have Earl Big E Jackson, who is the host of Mission Ready Men. The show was replete with cool shit, and I'm sure that everybody all during the show will probably be hearing all sorts of boomly bangs and bangly booms.
Oh, yeah.
Outside our studios, I had my window over here open for a while just to get some fresh air in here because the computer generates a lot of heato. So if you hear boomity bang, bangity boom, that's because you know why. It's going to be the brand new year coming up. So thanks. If I would, everybody, if you could tell everybody about your show and when it is, and then we'll get rolling. Sean, take it away first, sir.
Perfect. Thank you. Obviously, Edge of Liberty right here on the SHR Media Network every Monday and Friday, noon Pacific, 3 in the East Coast. Obviously, during the holidays, I've had a lot going on. I did a visit with a family member last weekend and just going. But, New Year hits, we'll be right back at it, good as gold. Politics, news, sarcasm, pretty much everything that anyone on SHR Media has come to know me for. You get a whole bunch of it, except you get it in the middle of the afternoon. So it's really uncomfortable to listen to at work, which is usually my plan.
Well, that's why you have to wear headphones, if for no other reason than that. Jersey Joe, tell us about your show. Pretty please, sir.
Same with me. I haven't been around the last week or two because of the holidays, and I apologize for that. But you can catch me. Huh?
Huh?
What? Yeah, I said you should. That's all.
Hey, at least I apologize.
I didn't.
Exactly. Catch me every Monday and then Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern on the right coast, not that left coast. You want to watch those people on the left coast, people. You want the right coast.
Dude, you were from New Jersey. Cut the shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was born in
up in the Bastion. Don't give me the Pennsylvania thing.
Well, that's where I was born and spent the first 5 years in Pennsylvania. Then I was raised, in New Jersey, and I escaped to the free state of Florida.
Okay.
Well, there's a reason he's not called Pittsburgh Joe.
Yeah,
no, that's
transparency is all I was going for right there, bud.
Yeah. And, of course, there's Big E Earl Jackson. Tell us about your show, if you would, pretty please, sir.
Absolutely. It is the Mission Ready Men podcast, and we are on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Central. The new year, I might push that out to 11. We'll see how that works out, but pretty much the same thing. News of the day, politics. Come at it from a Christian perspective, and try to incorporate some Christian perspective, some Bible verses when it's appropriate. It's almost always appropriate these days, but yeah, definitely looking forward to the new year with in 2025 with the new administration, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot to talk about.
Oh, there's going to be a ton. So anyway, what I want to do tonight with everybody, and again, thanks to everybody for listening. We have 73 people watching right now live that I can see. I think that's through YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. And thanks to everybody for commenting and being in the chat. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the biggest stories of 2024. And then as we wrap the show up, right around 9 o'clock, everything's going to go bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. I hope my dogs don't bark. The one that passed away is the one that was just he was overwhelmed with fireworks and whatnot. We used to put a thunder shirt on him. The other ones are not doing too bad right now. 9 o'clock will herald in the new year because that's where it's coming on the East Coast. They will see it first. And
actually,
then we will.
I got a point to make. Point of
order. Sir.
The
Point of order.
That was supposed to be in a diaper did not dress up as baby New Year. Remember we talked about this on Twitter?
Yeah.
Sean was going to dress as baby New Year. We voted.
Oh, damn it. Maybe that's why it's dark.
Except, as I pointed out in the chat, BZ's the only one of us that wears diapers right now. So why wouldn't we just go with what's natural and let him do it?
Because he's Father Time.
Grandfather Time.
Thank you. Someone represents me. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Ass.
Yeah. Anyway, there's another. Don't think that there isn't another video because there is. This one is about Doge.
Coming this spring to MXNBC. a groundbreaking series that will change the U.S. government and the world forever. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, under the direction of former star of The Apprentice, Donald Trump, will challenge 3 million contestants to carry their load or hit the road. That's right. We'll be asking every government employee to prove their value. Just like in a good old-fashioned meritocracy.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
What would you say it is that you do around here?
I mean, a lot of days I really do stuff. It's just there's not that much going on today.
I helped Tanner and Blaze replace those heavy 5-gallon water containers.
Each week, as Elon and Vivek measure every federal employee's value and efficiency.
And time. So you're studying on how cocaine enhances the sex drive of Japanese quail. What's that worth to the American taxpayer?
I think it's priceless.
And get ready for the savings, as those that don't make the cut get shown the door.
Yay! The president wants to tell you something.
Firstly, thank you for coming in today. And second, you're fired.
The Emmy Award-watching viewers of Deadwood and Idiocracy present Doge Days, the purge of the U.S. government.
Now, hold up for a second, because I want
to Deadwood out there. We got to get chopping, buddy.
I want
There's a lot of Deadwood out there. We got to get chopping, buddy.
I want to point out something.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
You know, when you're a government employee, you have no right to privacy in the workplace, correct?
Differs by states.
Right, except if you're federal, it falls under the federal law. I'm just pointing it out that they could make that a reality if they wanted to.
Okay, I would like to think that in reality that's true, but you're going to have to help me with this. Do you recall when Peter Stroke,
they agreed to pay him out, though. They didn't lose in court. They just agreed to pay him out. They did all that.
As I said, that was on their I should say FBI phones.
I said this at the time, that was the outcome that they agreed upon before anything happened, is that they would eventually get paid out through some sort of settlement via the federal government that never would go to court, and that was their way of getting the money laundered to them.
Isn't that nice?
I said that from the beginning.
Oh, sure.
They were going to use anything as the reason to fire, even for wrongful termination, and whatever payout they got as a result was pre-agreed upon well before it ever came to light. And that was essentially their payoff for doing what they were doing.
I want to see some of these idiots that are going to be losing their job. Not that I'm happy that they're losing jobs, but I want to see them work in the private field. I don't think they're going to last that long.
Oh, no, they won't.
No.
If you know anyone that's ever come from public sector, and we've all spent a majority of the time there, everybody on this panel has, and they're forced to go to private sector, it's not always a good transition for them, because all of a sudden there's accountability, there's like a time clock, people actually give a damn.
Yep.
You can't just waste half your day like disappeared out and making up all these BS excuses. And look, I know I worked with people who were the masters, absolute masters of making themselves look busy and never accomplishing a thing in a 16-hour shift.
Oh, exactly. I had a lieutenant who would walk around on graveyard at the main jail. And I got it from him to make everybody else. The captain would occasionally come in on graveyard. Who the hell knows why? But he showed up. So this particular lieutenant would walk quickly, have a big jail key ring on his belt that he never used, and carry a clipboard. So if you carry a clipboard and walk quickly in government, that
People think
shows
you're
that
doing
you're
something.
working. You're doing something, baby.
Look at that. He's in a rush.
Back before my time and the time of my old man, who I heard this story from, they worked with a guy in the police department. His last name was Farley. They called him Fade Away Farley because back in the 70s, and he was on the job for a long time, close to retirement. He had one of those special jobs that nobody knows what you do, but somehow you got it. He would show up to roll call with a bunch of papers in his hand, and then nobody would see him for the rest of shift. He would just disappear. And if you did see him, he would always have papers in his hand under that same theory of you look like you're busy.
It's perfect. When I worked with the FBI in New York, we had a saying that was called Federal Friday. And Federal Friday was you never worked an entire day on Federal Friday. By the way, that was every Friday, as a matter of fact.
And when you're a federal employee, every day is Friday.
Every day is Friday.
There was a video on Facebook I was watching someone made, and they're trying to demonize corporations for telling people they have to return back to work. And they were going through like this skit, and the corporate managers like, well, if you want to stay home, working from home, you're going to have to take a 20% pay cut. And everybody in the chat or in the comments were bashing the companies for doing that. I'm like, why? And then some were like, well, I got to pay utility bills. I got to pay electricity. Yeah, because you work at home, you also get to write all that off on taxes. So don't give me that increase. You're not paying for gas to come in. So you know what? If you want the benefit of staying home, take the pay cut. And then, well, if you're not going to talk, I'm just going to quit.
Well, and depending on where people are, what city specifically, and what your travel time is, that 15 or 20% paycheck may be worth not having to deal with the commute all by itself. And you could go into a list of other reasons. But you know what? I was never against people working from home. I know there are a lot of people who are hard set against it, but I know plenty of people who work from home that work just as hard as they do.
No. I'm not saying they shouldn't work from home.
No. I see what you're saying. But the simple fact that people started to work from home for COVID, everybody knew like that whole thing. We all have that nightmare lodged into our head. And then when these companies turn around and say, all right, it's time to come back to the office, and they all of a sudden start clutching pearls. Like you went there for 15 years before the fucking COVID, and now you had 2 years at home, and just because you don't want to get out of your fluffy pajamas and get your ass back in the car and go back in the workplace, you're going to cry. Like, cut the shit, man. It's one of the biggest problems we have in this country is people just do not, like, they just don't have any drive anymore. Earl, sorry, I cut you off. I know that look on your face.
No, that's fine. I was just going to say that there is a flip side to that, especially when you're working in the tech industry like I do. When people went home during COVID and companies saw that they could get just as much, if not more, work out of their employees, some of them. Obviously, there are some that make themselves look busy, just like in any other any other industry. But they could get just as much work out of people, and then they realized that they were paying rent on offices that they didn't need, and so some companies insisted, obviously, but then other companies were like, "Look, stay home. We'll give you pay for your equipment and a portion of your utilities and all of that." And like I said, I think this is especially true for the tech industry, where you don't have to be in front of people all the time. You don't have to have an office space to meet with people and things like that. I think it makes perfect sense, and I can understand the people who, especially in those types of industries, complained when they had to go back to work. I was just thankful that I didn't have to.
That's why CGI became so popular in the movies. It's not because CGI was so good. It's because if you create something on a computer, you can send it to the producer and to the director who don't have to be there, can watch things, approve it, and then send it back. Also, 6% of the federal employees are actually showing up. And as Earl pointed out, all those...
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.